Yo, 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 yo. Before I make it official, before I make it official and salute this video, shouts out to my new subscriber, Poopa Scooper. I appreciate your subscribe, man. This is Nocturnal Thoughts. Hit the subscribe button. Bow, what's happening? Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's happening? Make sure I don't step in nothing. Taking Brutus out. What's happening with y'all, man? Once again, this is gonna be a real quick video, and please believe this is this is not to be disrespectful. This is not to be racist. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. You know what I'm saying? America is pretty much just a corporation. It's a business. Boxing is a sport, and boxing is a business. You know what I'm saying? But my point is this. I have to see, a lot of times I don't debate. I really don't do debates. But if I had to debate the best boxer of all time, I'm going to have to say Money Mayweather. I'm going to have to say Floyd Money Mayweather. And I know, a lot of people consider, man, I gotta make sure I ain't stepping nothing, man. Look at this dude, man. You gotta watch your step. A lot of people say Muhammad Ali, and I dig that. You know what I'm saying? Because he stood for so much, especially for his people. But for he just stood up for so much outside of boxing. But the reason why I give Floyd Money Mayweather the crown of boxing right now, in my opinion, why he's the best, not even just for being 49-0, because I can't count the Conor McGregor as an official fight. You know what I'm saying? Very entertaining, but not the official fight that everybody else wanted to be. Watch my step. But other than his boxing talent, what I have to give the respect to is the business savvy that he was able to acquire in his within his legacy, within his career. He was able to parlay into an official business minded person. And I know what I watched an interview. Let me slow down. I watched an interview one time, and they asked him what did he want to be remembered for the most in his entire career, and he said that he didn't say anything about his boxing. He said he wanted to be remembered as the best businessman out of boxing. My point is this. Let me segue into the video I just made recently. I just dropped that one on Anthony Joshua having the concussion, but was still coerced into taking a bad fight, taking a fight even though he might have been suffering from a concussion, and went in there and lost all of his belts from Andy the Destroyer. And this one goes out to Poopa Scoopa. Matter of fact, you just put this thought in my mind, how, some of these promoters, man, no disrespect, but it's a business. And athletes, man, athletes have to learn how to take a note out of Mayweather's book and take control of your own career, your own legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like Deontae Wilder, to me, like I said, I made a video where I said, he was making chess moves. To me, he was making chess moves for the fact that he was taking his career into his own hands. He had the opportunity to sign his life on the dotted line. You could look at it like he had opportunity to sign his soul, to sign away his soul. Once you put your name on a contract, it's very similar to signing your soul away. You don't belong to yourself anymore. You're on a contract now. And one of the smartest things, because, Deontay Wilder does not get a lot of credit for being intelligent. And I get that, because most people just can't look at an athlete without great vernacular articulation to be a smart person. Like Mayweather was not a very articulate person. Even a lot of people say he didn't even have the ability to read at a high level. But just because you're not reading at a high level, just because you're not speaking very articulately, doesn't mean you have the goods up here, the brains to make smart chess moves. Mayweather took his career into his own hands, started his own promotional, you know what I'm saying? Only to compare that to like a De La Hoya. But the reason why I give Mayweather credit over De La Hoya is because Mayweather beat De La Hoya. Mayweather went undefeated. Mayweather, to me, was the smarter of the two fighters. But my point is this: Deontay Wilder is following in the footsteps of a Mayweather, where he's promoting himself. He said, "I'm not going to sign this contract, even though it's millions and millions of dollars, but I don't want to have people attach puppet strings to me. You know what I'm saying? I have no strings on me. I'm free. I want to have my career in my own hands." And that's just a segue off of Poopa Scoopa basically saying, look how some of these promoters, man, they don't look at you. Not no disrespect. There might be a great relationship in between those two guys. And you might have a great relationship between your promoter and the actual athlete. No disrespect. But you have to learn how to be in control of your own. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to control your own. It's great to have great advisors around you. It's great to have good, if you do have a promoter, you know what I'm saying, a promoter that's somebody that you promoting. Say for example, if you coming up in the boxing world, if you can get somebody on a lower on a level like from your hometown that's young and just learning, and your career can send him into the understanding of promotion, sending him through college, sending him through the business school, and then you say, okay, you're going to be my promoter because I pretty much lifted you up to this level of now you have the business savvy to be in control of my career. But you wouldn't even got there if it wasn't for me. Like we help each other out. I'm going to help you get on a promoter level, and then you're going to be my promoter. The same way, say for example, if you get one of your boys, you and your boy raised up together, and you sending him through school, and now he's going to be a manager if you were like a rapper or something like that. You feel me? So my point is this. And like I said, once again, no disrespect, but even for Muhammad Ali, if you ever watched any documentaries on Muhammad Ali, once he won the Olympic gold, you saw that you had people of means, people of wealth that was interested in supporting his career. And they brought him out to come stay with them. And they lived on a farm. They lived on a farm with racehorses. Pretty much just to say this, he came and you basically were adopted by people that own stables. When you look at the boxing world, the business of the boxing world, you look at stables and stable mates. Like people say, I made a comment one time about Errol Spence hanging out too much, partying too much with Adrian Broner and Gervonta Davis and the Charlo brothers. And somebody left a response on my video was like, you don't know anything about boxing. They're not just hanging out. They're stable mates. And in my opinion, man, that's almost, I know that's a common term that's used in boxing. But when you say somebody is a stable mate, you know what that to me derives from, like looking at you like you a horse. You know what I'm saying? Like horses live in a stable. You know what I'm saying? So to be like, oh, this guy's in my stable, this guy's in my stable. I don't necessarily like the way that sounds to my ears. If I was a boxer, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to be my own self-made man, because I'm not going to look at myself as a horse or just an athlete. I'm going to look at myself like a businessman. You feel me? Like even if you look at Mike Tyson, career was a travesty because he didn't have the ability to ever do what he did on his own. He had to go to Gus D'Amato, and they basically had a ranch, a stable of fighters. You know what I'm saying? and he relied so much on the psychological and the financial of other people. You know, Gus D'Amato. They say, you know, Gus D'Amato used to do hypnosis on Mike Tyson in order to get his mind prepped for a fight. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at that relationship. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at that relationship where even if you have respect for a person, even if you care deeply for a person, if you looking at like people have deep, like, look at this dude right here. You know what I'm saying? Man, I love that little dude. I love that little dude. If I had a horse, if I had a horse, I would love that horse. I really would, man, because you know you got to put a whole lot of yourself into something that you care about and love about. But does that mean at the end of the day I care about that horse more than that horse cares about itself? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking at Anthony Joshua going into that fight. Uh, was that something that, you know, what if I was in my, if he would have been the boss of his own business, you know what I'm saying? Would he have made that same decision? It's possible that he would have. You know what I'm saying? I don't know all. I'm not going to act like I know everything. But if he would have been in control of his own business, would things have turned out differently in his career up to this point? My point is this. My last point is this. Be your own man. Do what you can do to control your own destiny. You know what I'm saying? This goes for myself too, personally. This goes for everybody that's going to be within range of my voice. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we all have to do better at becoming our own people, our own men. You know what I'm saying? Be in more control of your own wealth and your own stability financially, your own stability physically, your own stability spiritually. Take control of your own life and don't rely on somebody else to provide that stability for you. Don't rely on somebody else to make those decisions for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at yourself like you're just a worker. You're just a horse. You know what I'm saying? You just do the grunt work. You do the labor, and we sit back up in the VIP section. You know what I'm saying? And watch you perform. We watch you slam dunk. We watch you run a field goal. We watch you run a touchdown. We watch you kick a field goal. We watch you throw a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? We watch you slam. We're gonna sit back here with our stogies and our suits on, and you know, making billions of dollars while you sit out and perform and entertain. Or even for me, because I'm just in the worker field. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit back and collect billions of dollars while you go to work in a warehouse and operate forklifts and pick up cases and spend, you know, 10, 12 hours moving my product. You know what I'm saying? We have to take control of our own situations. And that's why I have to give a lot of credit to Floyd Money Mayweather. That's why I have to give a lot of credit to Deontay Wilder, because he's just coming into the real business mind of saying, I am in control of my own. Like, he just came out with a clothing line, right? And even when he came out with the clothing line, I thought to myself, why is he just now? He been knocking mugs out for a grip. Why is he just now coming out with a clothing line? Well, honestly, because he was on a contract with another corporation, and whatever little negotiation they would have been able to work out, any money he would have made off of his clothing brand, a big percentage would have went to other people that aren't in the ring taking blows, that's not using their persona to be the one that pushes the product. You know, it's his brand, his name is built off his legacy, is built off his blood, his sweat, his tears. He should get all of the reward from it, and the people that he decide to redistribute it to, who's going to be a part of his team. But you shouldn't have somebody behind you calling shots, saying, we're going to make a clothing brand name based off of you, but we're going to take 60% and give you 40, even though we're using you as the vehicle to move this product. What he did was a smart chess move, period. So you have to salute. You have to give the man respect for that. Win, lose, or draw. He can fight Luis Ortiz and lose big, but still win in the long run. because he lost standing on his own 10 toes. He didn't lose being propped up by somebody else who's going to say, okay, now that you're a loser, this is what we're going to do with your career. See, Deontay Wilder's in a position now, whether he wins, it's a win-win situation. He can't lose. He can fight Luis Ortiz and lose that fight, but still win as a man and still win as a businessman. Maybe not win as big as if he knocks him out, but if he loses that fight, he still is going to hold more of the pot because he's going to be promoting himself, and that's respect and that's smart. And he's going to call more shots because he's going to be the A side, straight out of the book of Money Mayweather. Respect that. Nocturnal Thoughts. I'm out. Appreciate you.